talk to me for 2 minutes?
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore.
It's a felony to stalk. It's not romantic. It's not hot. It's not sexy. It doesn't make you attractive. It makes you a criminal. So what happens to Jacqueline Perry when her husband is in Oklahoma stalking a woman that can't stand him, that's disgusted with him? This is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcast. I've had enough of this, Mr. Perry. I don't know how many different ways I can tell you I don't like you. You're a horrible man. You have done nothing but cause catastrophic loss that we're going to not get over. It's going to take a good long time. We have dead people. We have people whose lives have been turned upside down. You are not interested in a romance, and no one believes that you are. If you like someone, you do what they like. You don't impose criminal activity on them and cause them to lose everything they have. You don't defame and slander them. You don't kill people. You don't go into court and lie under oath about them. You don't take all their money. You don't say, I'm going to starve them into a lie. Because what that means is you're after the lie. The more you chase the lie, when you do it to me, the more you're caught. You've not been caught this much in your life. I'm going to name your people again. This is information police got from you to me. When you go around and start telling me what to do, we laugh at you. We don't even know what to say to that. We're getting information that you can't explain who, how, what, when. No one will help you. Again, you're asking me today about different people you think are helping me or you think are leaking. I'm not told who the leaks are, and even if I was, I will never help you. We all want for you to be gone. Your troublemaking, your problem causing, your creepster problem, your weirdo, the crossing of boundaries, watching me in the privacy of my home is absolutely nasty, disgusting, and vulgar, and it is rape. It isn't romantic, it's not sexy. You're not loved, you are not wanted, you're told on and told on and told on. And I'm really getting irritated. I have to repeat myself so much for you. I'm sorry that you have Huntington's disease, and we found out you had Huntington's disease because of the horror that you're imposing on me, the terrorizing. People are mad. If you're doing something that's criminal, that means people don't like it when you do that. When you do things people don't like, they're not going to like you. You got your little group of yes men, your little group of bitches that kiss your ass, and other than that, everybody else hates your guts. It's not normal to peep on a woman. It is a felony. It isn't normal to hack someone. It is a felony. It isn't normal to threaten and harass and coerce. Felony, menace, stalk, felony. Sex traffic, felony, a life sentence. So, murder, capital. Life sentence or death penalty, depending. So, I've asked you to stop every fucking day, move twice, to not have to hear what you think and how you feel, and put up with your threats, put up with your harassment, put up with all the problems you make. Everything's a thing. Everything's an ordeal. Everybody's sick of dealing with it. Everybody's tired of you. Everybody's embarrassed by you. Where's Jacqueline when you do that? Where is she when you do that in a state you don't live? All day long. She's going to have to leave Oklahoma. It's not up to you. We found out you have Huntington's disease. That wasn't up to you, was it? It was not. Here's the names of your people. Lucius, Calvin, who's bald and fat, Sanjay, your hacker, Geppetto, your witch, Blankenship, Desiree, Beverly, Kate, Lawrence, Brian, Jeremy, James and Ruben, Dickie and Richard. I don't know how many different... Muffin Man. Who the fuck is Muffin Man? Who's Monique? How many different ways do I need to say the same thing? We got that information because it's not up to you. Nobody asked you to come here. You were told not to come here. I told you not to talk to my family all day long. Is it your family leaking? Is it your kids? Are you telling my kids and my family things that you're going to do to me and you're afraid they're leaking because they don't like it? I'm not told who the leaks are. Twice now, And then this morning with Fabian, I think Bossier City's involved. I think her family's involved. Twice now, somebody has said, involved with what? None of that's illegal. What you're doing is illegal. If, I'm not told who the leaks are, but let's say it is my family or my children. They have the right to report your crime to any cop that's willing to take the report. Mr. Perry, this is, you don't have the right to impede it. You've obstructed justice enough. If Fabian is talking to the cops where he grew up in Bossier City and they're passing information on to me, I'm going to say that's not it. And I usually don't confirm or deny anything, but it's really none of your business, nor is it criminal. You're butting into shit that doesn't concern you. It is none of your business, and you are being stopped every time we find out about it, what you're doing. I'm not in danger from the cops helping me, protecting me from you. I'm in danger from you. I'm not afraid of them. I'm afraid of you. And every day that goes by, you get more weird and more dangerous. What day are they going to arrest you? What is the plan? Why are they getting what you just said? We were just talking about my cell phone. We heard somebody go, do you think she'd be okay if we went and talked to her? I really don't. I think she wants to be left alone. Thank you. I would appreciate being left alone. We heard you talking about the video. I guess they were talking to TPD, somebody was. Or somebody from TPD. Why didn't you get why'd you deny her counsel? When I first got back, I talked to Detective Egan. I did ask for my attorney to be there. She said no. She shouldn't have said that. She also said, we don't take evidence here. And she hurled a lot of accusations that were ridiculous. The other thing is, I've just gotten back from jail. I have a stalker that's threatened death and false arrest, and then tried to kill me, and then false arrested me. And I'm talking to a police officer trying to explain, listen, I let the guy near me because I got to get evidence because we're going to put him in jail even if you don't. I couldn't tell her. At that point, I'm not allowed to say there even was an investigation. So I'm trying to talk to her without letting anything out. She says, she's like, you let him grab your crotch, you let him, and I said, yes, I have to get my evidence. Well, I didn't mean yes to the grabbing of the crotch. I meant, yes, I let him talk to me. I sat with him. I talked to him. I got to get him talking. I'm also very rattled. Watch the movie Unbelievable and don't fucking do that to me again. Don't fucking do that to me again. I'm the one that has made a hell of a lot of sacrifices nobody else has been willing to make to catch a very bad man and lock him up. And yeah, it'll rattle you, so I'm sorry if I didn't say it exactly right. But there's texts that tell Mr. Robertson, keep your hand out of my crotch. I said it in writing. I couldn't be more clear. When I got back, they had all kinds of guys go grab her crotch, see if she'll let you. That's sexual battery, by the way. It is illegal. You keep your hands to yourself. Nobody got to grab my crotch. He's got a text that grab somebody else's crotch and stay out of mine. Stay the fuck out of mine. When I was trying to tell Detective Egan, I never let him grab my crotch. That never happened. It's nasty. So the answer to that was always no. I said it in writing. You keep your hands out of my crotch. And he said he refused. What I'm explaining to the detective under a lot of duress, she's refused my evidence and she denied me counsel, and I just got back from jail after being threatened with jail for doing something that was required of me by law in this state where I live. I'm hauled off to another state, basically kidnapped. Mr. Perry's threatening to do that to me again. Kidnap me. So I get threatened with death, false arrest, kidnapping, starve me until I lie, deprivation of food every fucking day, all fucking day long, while he's asking me for information. So it's crazy like this, man, except much more dangerous. So she's already off on the wrong foot. One, you don't get your attorney. Two, you're a victim. You don't get your attorney. Number two, we don't want your evidence. I'm not going to read this paper. Number three, she had the charges wrong. You're in jail for harassing Mr. Perry. Yeah, nope, that's not what I was in jail for. If you'd fucking read the paper I just set down in front of you that you say you don't want to read, you'd be, you wouldn't be finger paint right now, and you'd know what you were fucking talking about, detective. So now I'm talking to a fucking finger paint cop, and I don't want to, I should have gotten up and walked out at that point, but I need as much information as she does. So you let him do this? I didn't let him grab my crotch. I said I let him have access to me up to a point so that I could get information. Look at all the texts. I got quite a bit, detective. More than you did. I have the evidence of the actual crime. Yes, we gave you arsenic poisoning. Let your life fade away. I can't promise the stalking will end without death and destruction. I got more evidence than you ever did. So if you want to twist my words, fine. I'm happy. Twist them. Put the fucking video out. Let's let everybody see it. Because I guess there's some argument about it. Let everybody see what you did to me in that room. Okay? You want to play that card? Play that card. I don't care. So there was never any permission given to Mr. Roberson, and he sent 50 guys in to see if I would let them grab my crotch. Every single one of them got told, "Don't grab my crotch." You can touch. What can we touch? Well, you can put your hands here, depending on what club I was in. You can put your hands here on my thigh, or you can touch everything but the crotch. But you keep your hands out of my crotch. I shouldn't even have to say that. Why am I even being asked that? Our prosecutor says, "Oh my God, wow, they're really doing that to you?" Yep, every night, all night long. Never before. So, I know that you're not letting them do that. Of course not. Why would I do that? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you something. Even if you did, you could tell every man in that room yes, and you could tell David no. The answer for David is no. Period. So even if you did let other men grab your crotch, you told that one no. So for him, the answer is no. And why the fuck is he even asking that? He knows it's illegal. You don't do that. It's even in a strip club. There's rules even in a strip club. You keep your mouth shut. You keep your hands out of people's, you don't grab the crotch. You keep your hands out of that area. Keep them out. Keep them to yourself. So, I don't know why we're still having this argument. Why here we are, 8-9 years later, we're still having this fucking argument. Why didn't we have it in court during the civil trial? Why weren't both parties in there? 5 attorneys, seasoned, these guys are old farts. These guys are not fresh out of law school. They've been at it a long time. And I haven't had one day of law school. We go into Judge Jane's court. I win a motion to dismiss. Mr. Perry filed it. She denied it. After that, never again. And then I told you the one of the default judgment 2 times. Judge Morrissey said, Mr. Goodwin, you need to file some motion. Ms. Ortiz, you want this motion in, or do you want to nix this one? And once he files his motion, you respond, and then we'll have a hearing. I said, I want to file a response to what he's going to file, because I haven't seen that yet. And then she says, okay, so you have X number of days to do that. Ms. Ortiz, you have X number of days to respond, and then we'll schedule a hearing. I think that she had already scheduled a hearing, and all of a sudden, this whole thing's dismissed. So, Princess, coward, and both of you and David both, with the video, TPD let out the fucking video. You want me to sign something saying you can release that video? I will sign it. Call me and leave a message, and I'll sign it. I got to go pick up the paperwork for the fucking traffic ticket. So why not do all that at the same time? We would love for everybody to see how poorly Detective Egan treated me. A victim. Let's do it. Let it out. Let the media have it. Let them have it. Let's let everybody see it. Accountability, right? Isn't this for the public? So you had plenty of opportunity to face me in court like men. 5 attorneys can't handle one chick with no law degree, where all the evidence is presented and you overcome it, or you don't. Everybody gets on the stand and testifies. Everybody gets cross-examined. Everybody puts their witnesses up and they're examined and cross-examined. And it's a fair, normal, legal proceeding. I've sued you 3 times and not once has that happened. And everybody's very angry. A lot of the stuff that we've gotten, Mr. Perry, we got the McNamara email because you so disturbed someone and upset them at what you were telling them you were going to do to me that they caught us involved. I'm sorry, we were already involved. They got that information to us. Okay, so sometimes they'll go ahead and let you do it. Sometimes they'll tell me ahead of time, sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll tell me we're going to let him do it. They don't tell me when. So, that's just the way it is. They have a strategy with all of that. Sometimes they need a natural reaction from me that's not acting. All right? That's what they want. That's what they need. They got a strategy in it, and that'll all be presented in court. All the reactions. All the, we didn't tell her. We didn't, and there's a reason for that. But here's the thing, is that you had an opportunity to overcome my evidence and beat me on facts with witnesses plus evidence. You can't just have witnesses. Witnesses are notoriously wrong. But when you have a witness supported by evidence, it's very strong. You had a chance to do all that 3 times. And you didn't want to. You're a coward. Somebody got so upset, they gave us the McNamara email. How do you think I got that? That email is very specific and very detailed as to what you intended to do to me. That was very harmful, and it was an act of coercion. You were trying to intimidate me. And it didn't work, did it? It pissed everybody off, though. So, the next thing is, when I got back, the people in Lubbock start talking about it. Matt Powell tells everybody I made the worst mistake of my career. It didn't occur to me she might be telling the truth, and now it looks like she might be telling the truth. So, she's torpedoed my case. Because there's no crime. I didn't know she had to file a police report by law in Oklahoma. I didn't see all these texts that have not a fucking thing to do with politics or Mr. Perry's legislative duties. I didn't realize all that she did in politics, that she wouldn't need him. He's a new guy. She didn't need him. I didn't do state legislation in Texas. I didn't do state legislation at all. 2 years after, there's a whole lot of 2011 texts about stalking, and you telling people there was an affair because you're delusional, legit diagnosed delusional. Then after that, then there was the thing in New Mexico when my parents get caught abusing kids. It wasn't in Texas, and you don't legislate in New Mexico or Oklahoma, do you? You can't identify your legislative duties or what state you legislate in. So nobody takes you seriously. Please know that. And stop telling people this is about a romance. If you were trying to make me fall in love with you, you wouldn't take my car. You wouldn't threaten and harass my family and try to get them to help you hurt me. You wouldn't call my family at all. You wouldn't invade my privacy and be so nasty and gross. You wouldn't send people, to try to kill me with arsenic. You wouldn't have Pinto. Here, you want $5,000 to fuck him? Just be creeped out. I mean, ew. That's so degrading. And what is wrong with you? So, I've given a lot of lap dances to a lot of people. They didn't degrade me like that. You don't steal my car. You don't wreck my car. You don't tell me what I'm going to do. Ask my ex-husband. My ex-husband and I were married for 10 years. Ask him if he ever told me what to do. Yeah, I don't think so. We never even operated that way. Actually, we had a pretty good partnership going. So, but ask him if anybody tells me what I'm going to do. Yeah, not in stay in my life. You know, that's not my personality. There are women that like to be that way. I'm not that woman. I own a business. I owned a business. Most of my life, I was self-employed. You don't tell me what I'm going to do. Okay? Even dancing, you're self-employed. There's a lot of things that you rule, you decide. I decided who I gave lap dances to and who I didn't. I made those decisions. Nobody tells me, okay, get up and go ask this guy if he wants a lap dance. Once in a while, the owner would come in and say, there's a guy sitting by himself. Why don't you go talk to him? See if he wants a lap dance. But it was never, you will go, and you never like that. And 9 times out of 10, I'd already done it, and he wasn't interested in me. He wanted a different girl. So that's that. So here's the thing. People in Lubbock were so upset with you guys that you did that to me. They fully expected you to make it right. And when you fucked me over in court, first of all, I didn't even want to sue. And I made that very clear. If you'll leave me the fuck alone, that's what the bond conditions say. You're not going to contact me ever again. I'll stay quiet and we'll let this die out and we'll all put this in the past and move on. The reason I sued you is because you kept going at it and kept going at it and harassed and threatened and we're going to put you back in jail. You told Fabian, and I heard the recording, in 2016, you guys are fighting over something you don't get to decide. It's between me and him, not you, Bud and Bertha. And he's fighting with you. I want to see her. She said, she wants to see me. What are you doing? And you said, I will find a way to lock her up again, and she won't get out this time unless she's with me. You give up. Not your place. Not your decision. That is my decision. It has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing at all. You're not wanted. You're not loved. You're a monster. And I think everybody at this point knows that. If you want somebody to fall in love with you, you do what they like. You don't invade their privacy. You don't break the law. You don't hurt them. You don't take everything important to them. You don't ruin, rape, and rob. You give, you support, you respect. You will never get a date with me. I will never help you. Today, Mr. Perry actually had the nerve to type in my phone, you're violating my civil rights. I'm like, you're typing in my phone. It's illegal to hack. I said, get out of my fucking phone and don't contact me again. He's hacked my phone. That's illegal. Contacting me after he's been asked to stop it. Actually had the nerve to type in my phone, you're violating my civil rights. Dear God. Talk about cuckoo bird.
You stalk me, that's why I moved. Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved. Leave.
All right, so in the movie Unbelievable, the cops that didn't get it right, they had a victim who's a little rattled and traumatized. You don't think being raised in 4 generations of police like I was, and I'm following the law and I go to police, my police report doesn't get handled in such a way it's supposed to get handled. You're supposed to properly collect evidence and investigate the crime reported. My police report goes to the offender who's already been threatening death and false arrest. I've got those emails. I've got those texts. They don't ask to see them. I've sat them right in front of a detective. I don't want to look at that. We don't take evidence here. So, needless to say, I'm a little traumatized. I don't know. I'm arrested. I lost my house. My mugshot smeared everywhere for doing something required of me by law. By the way, I have the right to live and fight for my life. If someone is trying to kill me or kidnap me or batter me or assault me, you don't have the right to impede that right. Anyone. No one has that right. So, if you watch the movie Unbelievable, the police that got it wrong didn't take into consideration that the young lady is traumatized and she's trying to explain something and she's getting upset. It's not easy to explain what you've just been through. So when Detective Egan is going at me, so you let him grab your crotch? Yes, because I got to get my evidence. I didn't mean, yes, I let him grab my crotch. Look at the text. I mean, I sat with the bitch. I got to get my evidence. At no time was he allowed to grab my crotch. And that's not what I meant. So I've explained that, TPD. Now put the fucking video out. And everybody stop fighting about it. Charles, why is it you think I care what you think? Why is it you think I would ever help you? Why do you think that, delusional? TPD, the guy gets weirder and more dangerous by the day. I guess there's some push for him to go. Get the fuck out of Oklahoma. Nobody invited you here. Your family's not here. You don't have any legitimate reason to be here. I do. I've lived here 9 years. My family's here. I came here to get away from you. We're all sick of you. You're the one going around causing loss and problems. You killed an Oklahoma cop. And you tried to kill the other one, and he's framed and now sitting in jail where you should be. And everybody's mad at you for that. You're starving me. I don't go to work half the time. I need to go to work to make money to pay my bills and shit on time. Because you go there and cause a problem. You know, you go into court and you testify, oh, we're not doing what she says. It really? Really? Okay. Then every time we say he's threatening this, and then, you know, sure shit, that's exactly what you do. I mean, we're at a loss. How stupid do you think people are? They're not, sir. They're not. We don't have problems getting people's names that work for you. You have not one name, right? You have a general idea of who it is, but you don't know names. And you're not quoting any meetings, and I'm quoting you guys every fucking day. Because people are sick of you, and they want for you to get off me, rapist, and get out of my life. You're sitting on top of me, raping me, and I'm beating the hell out of you to get you off me and out of my home. And you're complaining like you're the victim. You don't like getting hit? Get the fuck off me and get the hell out of my house. And don't ever bother me again. Don't ever bother me again. Listen to what I'm saying. Never bother me again. I'm kicking the hell out of you because I don't like you. There's nothing romantic about smearing a woman's reputation, ruining her career, making her homeless, sleep in a car on Christmas by yourself. Nothing sexy about that. Nothing attractive about that. Nothing romantic about it. So where's Jackie, by the way, when you do that to me? Where's your wife? What lie are you telling her and Matthew and Jordan when you do that shit to me? Huh? Look at this. This came from someone in Lubbock, horrified by what you said you were going to do to me. So when you did it, they expect you to make it right with me. Okay, you promised never to contact me again, didn't you? In those bond conditions. Those bond conditions came to be because they wanted me to lie. And I said, I'm not going to lie. I'll stay quiet under one condition. Mr. Perry never contacts me ever again. And that's why his name is in here. Shall not contact her at all. No contact of any kind ever again. And you, the second my feet hit Oklahoma dirt, you start threatening me. Plead guilty. We're going to do it again. Plead guilty. We're going to do it again. Oh my God. Pissed everybody off like a motherfucker. This right here. You know, your obstruction of justice has been, I mean, it is outrageous, Mr. Perry. Outrageous. That's dated January 4th. I didn't file the police report until the 21st. Then you have me arrested on the 29th. Police aren't supposed to give the report right to the offender. They're supposed to properly collect evidence. And then inspect the evidence. And then make a proper determination. I needed a blood draw. If there wasn't poison in my blood, what are you afraid of? I needed the video from the Lady Godiva's on the night in question. You made sure nobody saw that. Why? What's on there you didn't want seen? Yeah, and you're worried about my video? I mean, what's the argument for? What are you arguing about it for, huh? Let it out. Let the fucking thing out. So let's let everybody see Detective Egan get it wrong. And get me, a traumatized victim respond like a traumatized victim. Okay, so this right here, he's threatening death and false arrest. The thing that I reported to TPD hadn't even happened yet. So why, and everybody in Lubbock completely expected you to make it right with me, and when you didn't, boy, how do we think we've got all kinds of stuff in from that. It pissed everybody off. That's not how you treat people. That's not even kind of how you treat people. So when we quote, you keep that in mind. When I found out you have Huntington's disease, that's why. It's not about a date. You're chasing a lie. You're fighting tooth and nail for a lie. And the more you do, the more truth comes out. What he said in March 2020, and again in July 2022, you're not to invade a privacy anymore. You don't hack me and tell me how your rights are getting violated. You're not to contact her or her family again, ever. Don't contact him. And she's not to be broke anymore. Don't fuck with her work so she can't go. Get the fuck out of her life. And don't contact her again. Because if you do, you're going to wish you hadn't met her. And the next thing you know, we're getting stuff you can't explain how we got it. More stuff from inside your criminal organization than ever before, including the names Bald Fat Calvin, Lucius, Geppetto, Beverly, Blankenship, Desiree, Kate, Monique, Lawrence, Brian, Jeremy, Ruben, James, Andrew. Right? We didn't have those names before March 2020. We've got them now. Because you start pissing people off. These guys that are cops go ape shit. I'm not told who your leaks are, nor do I care. What I care about is that when I say leave me the fuck alone, leave me the fuck alone. I don't care what you think. I'm sick of hearing it. We all are. I didn't invite you here. I asked you to leave me alone. I came here to get away from you. I would like very much to see my family. I've had to stay away from them because you kept thinking there are leaks, and my guys kept telling they think your family's leaking, and they keep talking about getting the EPA on your cousin and your uncle to shut their body shops down. The EPA guy goes, well, you'd be hard pressed not to find a violation at a body shop. They pretty much all are going to have one, so that ought to be easy enough to do. And the IRS, you're threatening me with the IRS today. I'm going to get that IRS on you. Every day it's something. There's some kind of threat. And take your car away. I can't pull hundreds of recordings of you and David whining like little girls. Take her car away. Get her car away from her. We need her to leave the state. We need her to leave. What I do is none of your business. Nobody's bothering you. You're getting caught bothering me. If you don't like that, don't bother me. You're grown-ass fucking men. Act like it. Act like it. Take the skirts off and act like dudes. If you don't like, go pick on a guy. Because you're not tough picking on a woman. How many men sit around and try to make one woman fail? 5 attorneys can't handle one chick in court in a normal legal court proceeding. A legit, everything's done legally. No backroom stuff, no out-of-court crap. 5 attorneys can't handle one woman with not one day of law school? That's pathetic. They have done every back room, every illegal out of court, to try to, oh my God. How pathetic. Doesn't get any more pathetic. So you want the video, get the fucking video. Tell TPD to give a paper, whatever the paper is you have to sign. Take it downstairs where I go pick up the municipal court evidence, whatever. I have another 30 days to pick that up. Court's on the 2nd of May, so sometime between now and then I'll be down there. I always have to wait till the last minute to do anything because everybody sits there. The only benefit is that when I'm typing up a brief and they all hacked me and they're watching me type it up, then they all start talking about my mistakes. I can correct them before I actually go file it. My guy's like, you know how you were calling around and no attorney would help you because Charles told everybody don't help her? I'll pay you a little something. $25 million pays for a lot of people to do a lot of things, doesn't it? But it didn't get you your cover-up, did it? Nope, you got leaks, so when you start talking to a lot of people about a lot of things, that opens up a lot of opportunities for somebody to, an NDA is not worth the paper it's written on if you're trying to prohibit somebody from reporting a crime. You can't. So they can leave the paper down there and I'll go pick it up. But my guy's like, I'll sign the paper. And then you can fucking do whatever you want with the video. You better make sure if you misrepresent part of it, any part of it, I'll sue the fuck out of you. I'll sue the ever-living shit out of you. We haven't even, after you're arrested, you have no idea what's going to hit you civilly. We haven't even touched on that yet. You're going to get the hell sued out of you. All of you are. So, you asked for it. You could just leave everybody else alone, like the rest of us do. Then you wouldn't have to worry about that, would you? So, my guy's like, you know how he's made it where you can't get an attorney to help you? Yeah. Well, use his. Listen to this. They don't have attorney-client privilege anymore. It's a conspiracy to commit, XYZ crime now. They hacked you, and they're sitting there watching you type up your brief. They're talking about your mistakes. So fix the mistakes. Use his attorney. They're all talking about it. Oh my gosh, really? Yep, here, listen. So then he plays it for me, and I fix my mistake and then go file it. So it was fine because you did that. But often because you do that, and, oh gosh, we got to make her have a wreck. Let's run her off the road. So it's bullshit like that, out of court, crazy, pelican brief type shit. I got to wait till the last minute to do anything. So often I do. Now it's getting so bad with TPD. I'm leaving my house. TPD gonna chase me around again today? Come on with this. I haven't done anything to y'all. You gave my police report to an offender. Why the hell did you do that? Nobody picked a fight with you. Why are you picking one with me? I'm the victim. I came here to get away from this. I don't like drama. No one does. But you have leaks too. Because what you're doing is making everybody uncomfortable. It's wrong. It's immoral. It's illegal. It's wrong. People don't like that shit. Right? Otherwise, how do I know about this fucking video? NDA is worth nothing if it's prohibiting somebody from talking to the police. We think her family's involved. Involved in what? Here's the thing. If her family wants to report to police that they're being harassed by her stalker who's trying to traffic her, and they don't want to talk about what police that might be. What business is it of yours? And that's not a crime, by the way. You getting in the middle, you intimidating him, that's the crime. Fabian's talking to Bossier City, and Bossier City's telling me there's no crime in that either. That's not happening, but if it was, there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing criminal about that at all. You're not the injured parties. You're the one committing the crime. Everybody's sick and tired of it. That's why we can get information and you cannot. You haven't got shit. Not one name, not one quote. We quote you bitches every day, don't we? Because people are comfortable with us and they're not comfortable with you. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody wants for you to stop. Mr. Perry, the bullshit story that this is about something romantic for you is bullshit. Stop with that. It's also slander and it's defamation. Stop. If you liked me, you would do what I like. You would be nice. You would try to get me to like you. You have done every nasty, hideous, bullshit, criminal. Who even thinks that kind of crap up? You wouldn't watch me in the privacy of my home. That's a felony. You wouldn't hack me. That's a felony. When I tell you do not contact me, I don't want to hear it. That's stalking. That's a felony. Leave me the fuck alone. Get off your ass and go fucking work like everybody else. Go do something normal with your family. Where's Jacqueline and Jordan and Matthew? When you're in Oklahoma, sit there talking about kidnapping me. Who the hell does that? You get weirder and more dangerous by the day. So, and who the hell types in somebody's phone, you're violating my civil rights? Oh my God. Via hack. The fuck? I don't even have words for that. I don't fucking have words for that. So I don't know who was asking TPD, why'd you deny her right to counsel? But we heard that they were. So TPD has a leak, or we wouldn't have that. Somebody that's pissed off at the way I'm being treated. So maybe I shouldn't treat me like that, TPD. I didn't do anything to you. I came here to get away from drama. I don't know why y'all like drama so much. I don't have patience. I came from police that were good. I don't have patience for the police that are bad. I really don't. Nobody does, by the way. Nobody likes it. So this stuff with she has to leave Oklahoma. When we know that you said that, what that means is it's not up to you. Nobody asked you what you think. Get the fuck out, rapist. Get the fuck out. The more you chase the lie, the more truth comes out, doesn't it? Get the fuck off me, rapist. I'm not afraid of them. I'm afraid of you. Because you've gone around, she secretly loves me, but these guys have her scared. No, you scare me. I go broke. I don't eat sometimes not to have to go to work because you're going to hurt me. Like this. This crap David did. Gave me arsenic. I was getting sick. I should have had a blood test. What were you afraid of the blood test for? Because you gave me shit. I'm taking charcoal. This is dated December 27, 2015. Just about a month before my false arrest. Charcoal. Just about a month before my false arrest. This was filed on the 21st. Look at the date. You had me arrested on the fucking, 29th, a couple days later. Because somebody at TPD didn't handle my police report correctly. Didn't collect evidence of the crime I reported. Didn't interview witnesses. Didn't talk to me at all. And next thing I know, Sapulpa police throw me in jail and I'm hauled off to Texas, where I don't live. That's when I got the call back from Detective Egan. So it was even after that, when I got back in April, that I actually talked to her, and the first thing out of her mouth is, you don't get to have an attorney, and we don't take evidence here. So you want to show the video of that? Have at it. Be my guest. I'll sign the paper. I don't think this is an argument. I don't think this is not up for discussion. I mean, the argument that you guys are having. I've said this before. You want to show it? Show it. Let's let everybody see how poorly you handled that. Okay, people die. Stalking victims end up dead. Had you handled this one right, we might still have Chief Miller with us. TBD. Then I report the obstruction of justice in the civil lawsuit in the state court. I'm asking again for a protective order. You have to have a police report. It is the law. And you knew that. My first one was denied. I did file a police report. I forgot to bring it to court. Did you bother to tell Judy that? Judge Hanson didn't know. Did Judge Kirkendall know? Why'd you get out of Kirkendall's court? She said she wanted to rule out entrapment and provocation because it looked to her like you were doing exactly what we say. What about Judge Parker? She can't be ignorant on fact. She can't. She can't afford to. People are dying. So, this right here was obstruction of justice, was it not? They didn't call me back till the 15th. Where's my blood test, Perry? What was in it that you didn't want to come out in a blood test? You made sure I never got one. You're drama queen. You'd held a press conference. Oh, see, she lied. We got a blood draw. There's nothing in it. She said we poisoned her. There's nothing in it. See, everybody, feel sorry for me. Everybody. Oh, poor me, poor me. I'm a victim of a lying, crazy woman. But that's not what you did. You made sure there was no blood test. Where's the video? The video was destroyed. Destruction of evidence or altering of evidence is evidence in and of itself, sir. Aren't you on the board of the Forensic Science Association, nurses something? Don't you know? You should know this. If you're on that board, you're an accountant. Why would you get on that board unless you want to learn how to clean up your crime scene, sir? Huh? Why would you even be on that board? You're a fucking accountant. You have zero background in law enforcement. I'm raised in it. Okay, so you're on the board of the Forensic Nurses Association. You ought to know about forensics. You ought to know that if you start destroying evidence, you're going to look guilty. That's evidence of guilt. Acts showing consciousness of guilt. It's evidence in and of itself, dumbass. You just act like everybody's dumb, like you, and they're not. They're sick and tired of you talking about you have some sort of romance with me. Bullshit. If you like somebody, you're good to them. You're nice to them. You're trying to get them to like you. You have done every hideous, criminal, monster, illegal bullshit on the planet no normal person could think of if they tried to. It's about a lie. You're chasing a lie. You're in love with your lie. And the more you lie, the more truth comes out. Day after day, it's the same thing. You fucking piss me off. I told you, do not contact me. I don't like it. Get out of my privacy. And every day that you ignore that and you do it anyway, and you fucking make things dangerous or hostile at my work and I can't go to work, we get more and more and more and more and more. Every day, it's same old thing. So go tell Judy what business is it of yours that you're coming to Oklahoma and telling everybody how you're going to force me to leave. My family's here. Fuck off. Nobody asked you what you think. Nobody asked you what you think at all. In fact, I understand your attorney, being you don't have attorney-client privilege anymore, said if she ends up at the house of a Houston realtor because you sold her, or back in Texas because you're kind of starve her into it, it's going to be a little hard to explain since you went and testified under oath. You're not doing what she says. She does what you say. You lied. And I could be disbarred. You don't care about anybody but you, right? And it's all about right now, instant gratification. And I can't control myself. Right? Criminals have no IQ and no self-control. And everything's a thing and everything's an ordeal. This is what Judge Kirkendall was worried about right here. Look at the date on that. 2018. And you're telling Fabian, there's a recording of it. And the decision about me and Fabian is between me and Fabian. Has nothing to do with you, Bud and Bertha. I decide who I want to be with. Fabian and I will decide and define what we are, if anything. Friends. We can't stand 5 minutes with each other. It's romantic and it's forever. It's romantic and it's for a little while. We will decide that. It doesn't concern you, butt out. It's none of your business. You don't get to call him and threaten him. I'm going to find a way to lock her up and she won't get out this time unless she's with me. You need to give up. Fuck off, whack job. You're out of line. If you care about somebody, you don't cross their boundary. Get some dignity. How fucking embarrassing. Yeah. He's not Judge Parker. He's not doing what what I say. You need to, boy, howdy is he. So I guess they had him, coax her back to Texas. Well, he knows that'll get me killed, so he said no. 15,000 he turns down, 20,000 he turns down, 25 I said he won't help you, didn't I? He's the one person that can say, I haven't done anything to help them. Right? Not even my family can say that, because you threaten them with the EPA. I don't know if you ever had the EPA over or not, but because we heard you talking about it, so I did a podcast. And I've had to stay away from them, so you can't accuse them of leaking. I'm really wanting to see my family, and you fuck off. You fuck the hell off my family. You don't have a choice. When we get shit like that, sir, you think you have a choice? When I'm naming your people, Calvin, Geppetto, Lucius, Blankenship, Desiree, Beverly, you think you have a choice? You don't. It's not up to you when they get this shit, is it? This puzzle, they got to me in jail. It's got Fabian's name on it. Not your name. You're the butt in Bertha. Where is it? Look at that. I got that in jail. They got that to me in jail. Was it up to you? Anybody see what you thought about it? They did not. We're sick of hearing about what you think. How how you feel. You never shut up. No one cares. We're all sick of it. Get off me. Get the hell fucking off me. Where I live and what I do and where I work isn't your business. Judge Parker, you need to make him account for his time. There's another judge doing that now. He has investigators getting that information. So, from people that'll actually tell the truth. Mr. Perry's not going to tell the truth. Why would he do that? I don't think he even knows what that is. Look at this right here, Judge Parker. It says he's going to arrange a false arrest and coerce me. It's dated well before my false arrest. My false arrest was on the 29th of 2016, was it not? Okay, well, somebody horrified by what Perry was telling everybody he was going to do to me. So they told our guys. And then when I got back, they go, those people in Lubbock, sure, expect them to make that right with you. And then they fucked me over in court. So then they were really mad. We got all kinds of crap from that. Intel. Lots and lots of intel every time you piss people off, causing some kind of harm to me. TPD, I didn't come here to pick a fight with you. I really didn't. I think I told David, I'm not Wyatt Earp. I didn't come here to mop up. I don't want to know this crap. This corruption bullshit. You own all the cops. I don't want to know that. How about everybody, you go do your thing and I'm going to go do mine. And you guys all leave me alone and I'm going to leave you alone. And there shouldn't be any problems, right? That's not what he did, is it? Yeah, nobody's picking a fight with y'all. Nobody's bothering you. I've asked to be left alone. And every time I'm not left alone, we get a little more. We get a little more. It's different when you do it to me specifically and only me. Why is that? Why is that? So when we get something like this, and everybody wants my video, and everybody, and we need to make her leave the state, and I know that you said that, and I've heard it. I've heard it more than once, and I've heard you calling in the pullovers. Please take your car away. Please, whiny, whiny, whiny. Today, David, somebody was talking about you behind your back. That David Robertson is something. He dishes it out, but he sure as shit can't take it. I've never seen anybody act like more of a girl than that in my life. Yeah, both of you. So, it's not up to you when we get that kind of shit, is it? It's not. So where I live isn't your business. Where and when I work isn't your business. Everybody knows you run the customers off in whatever club I'm working at, and you don't get to do that anymore. That's enough of that. Do you hear me? That's enough. Leave people alone. Go do your thing. Go gamble. Go work. Go something. Go do something else. Anything but bother me. And worry about where I am and what I'm doing. And what I'm driving and all that bullshit. I'm still not going to talk to TPD without an attorney present. Why the hell would I do that? They're fucking not trustworthy. I wish I could say that's different. Nobody wants to have... I'm raised by cops. When I'm talking to a police officer, it's legit like talking to my own family. Because I grew up in it. From the day I'm born, I'm talking to a cop. I wake up in the morning... I'm talking to my dad. I'm talking to a police officer. Until I'm 7, he was a cop. When I wake up on the day I'm born, and every time I'm talking to my granddad, I'm talking to a police officer. So imagine I'm talking to cops. It's just like family. So it's extremely disappointing when I'm talking to one that's either finger paint or corrupt. It's just disappointing. It's like finding out your brother is a drunk driver or finding out your brother's a bank robber. And I mean, it's the same thing. Finding out you're just going, oh, dear God. They ought to know better. They fucking ought to know better. So it's comfortable for me to talk to police. People at my work used to tease me because we had all kinds of cops in there. You guys were trying to get somebody to find me doing something wrong, right? For all those 6 years I'm dancing. I gave so many lap dances to fucking so many cops, and my coworkers would tease me. Cops come in here, you go right over to them. Everybody else goes and hides in the back. If they know they're cops, you go right over to them. I'm like, why not? I mean, I've been around cops all my life, so it's not a thing for me. And it's just not a thing. So the disappointment with TPD is profound, and it's the thing is it could have gotten me killed. That's why Fabian said, I'm not going to coax her to Texas. It could get her killed. If you want me to go up to Tulsa and reject her, I'll do that, because then I can see her, and it's not going to get her killed. I can at least see her, and she won't end up dead. So that I'll do. Right? Does he say that? Oh, I think Bossier City might be helping these two talk to each other. They're not. But even if they were, it's not your business, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's not illegal. So, butt out. Butt the fuck out. Nobody's doing anything to you. You are not the victim of the crime. You've lost the damn thing. You're mad because you're getting caught, and that's it. Bottom line right there. All right. I don't know how many different ways I can repeat myself, Mr. Perry, but you're taking up too much of everybody else's time. Get busy. Get a schedule, get busy, go work, butt out everybody else's business, soap opera queen. You need to have a conversation with my family that we can talk to each other, and you're going to leave us all alone. And you need to do that quickly. There's not going to be a wedding. I don't like you. You don't like me either. If you liked me, if you cared about me, you'd have made sure I didn't miss a meal. You'd have respected my boundaries and done things that attract the opposite sex. You've repulsed the fuck out of me. There's no way I would go out with a man like you. You're not even on the radar. You're not even in consideration. There's no such thing as a concubine, weirdo. There's nothing like that. I don't know what fucking planet you're on. There's no such thing. I'm not consented to that. There's no way I would. I'm not a weirdo like you. Everybody's tired of your weirdo and embarrassed by you. Okay, stop with the cruelty, and maybe people will be a little bit merciful with you, but right now, you got a lot of people pissed at you because you're cruel. Very cruel. Very strange. Very bizarre. And we've all had enough of it. So leave me alone. Okay? You're not getting a date out doing what you're doing. You don't have a real love life. I don't like you. Doesn't matter what you feel. I don't like you. You're rejected every day. You disgust me. You're repulsive. You're rejected. Period. Stop forcing yourself on me. It's gross. It's illegal. Fuck off. You're getting the shit kicked out of you, dumbass. Get off me and get the fuck out of my house. And don't ever contact me again. Okay? The more you do it anyway, the more we get. And the more we quote you. Right? He said it in March 2020, and he said it again in July 2022, and you don't understand what people fucking say. So look at all the stuff we got. Lucius, Calvin, Baldvat, Sonjay the Hacker, Geppetto the Witch, Beverly, Blankenship, Desiree, Kate, Andrew, Jeremy, Brian. I mean, we're just naming your people. You can't name even one of mine. We get your code words. Hansel and Gretel, Rapunzel. Is she going to Rapunzel? Let her hair down and be coerced? And I'm like, yeah, it's more going with me. You got to know better than that by now. Things never go like you think they will when you do it to me. So what you're seeing with me is a little bit of Hunger Games and a little bit of Mulan, right? Since we're doing daycare fucking code words. Weeble wobbles. We're weeble wobbles. We wobble, but we don't ever fall down. Bullshit. We can't Papa John's this one. I got your code words. that out of... It wasn't up to you that we got those either, by the way. We get more the more you chase the lie. The more truth comes out. Either you're just stupid. I mean, you want to run around in circles while we all laugh and run around, who could it be? Who's tailing on us? And don't ever again say this guy or that guy's involved. Involved in what? Reporting your crime to the police that are going to actually do something? It's not illegal. It's not illegal. And an NDA is evidence of witness tampering. And that's all that is. It's not worth the paper it's written on. It is illegal to prevent somebody from reporting a crime. Here we go again with Title 18 of the United States Code 1512 and 1513. By the way, the disclaimer. There's the disclaimer. Same thing. Always applies. Right here, TPD. Watch the fucking training. Here's what you're supposed to do with a police report. Now, give me the paperwork. You can leave it downstairs at the fucking municipal whatever, at the city prosecutor's office, and I'll sign a release, and you can put the fucking video out everywhere. There, is everybody happy? No more arguments about it? Alright. We don't take evidence here. I hope you guys make some positive changes so that citizens can get protected like we're supposed to, and we get equal protection of the laws in the state where we live that were intended to protect us from criminals like Charles Perry, David Robertson, Calvin Lucius. You know, what are you guys, Irish Mafia? I don't even know what the fuck you guys are. Houston Realtor who likes to buy people because he's too pathetic to get a date, and he can't go on the old fart, farmer, we eat cow shit and crap date online thing, in Texas, y'all, whatever bullshit you guys do.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me.
Alright, the charges that he had me charged with were filing a false police report in retaliation for a public servant doing his job as a senator. So, all these texts are about stalking. My friend Cheryl is telling me he's stalking me. He showed up at a restaurant. I was supposed to meet her at Carino's. That day I didn't go. I had errands to run and I forgot my phone at home. He goes to where I normally went looking for me. Thing is, he has my phone GPS. He should have thought I was at home. I left my phone at home. But he didn't know where I was. He's a stalker and a voyeur. So he sees I've left my home, doesn't know where I am, goes where I would normally be, looking for me. I didn't see it, she did. None of this is his legislative duties. Okay? I've been in politics all my life. I did a lot more than just dabble. I didn't do state. I helped Mr. Perry get elected. I worked in government reform for my patients who had lymphedema. I met with Congresswoman Heather Wilson in New Mexico. I met with Harry Reid and John Ensign and John Porter and Shelley Berkeley in Nevada. There was some congressmen across the country that I would talk to on the phone where their constituents had lymphedema. And they'd say, can you call my congressman? And I would call their congressman. I'm not going to divulge all the names. I don't need to. It's called lobbying. It was federal. I didn't do state. I don't like state. State guys have just enough power to get on everybody's nerves. So I don't do state. And the only reason I did New Mexico was because my parents hurt some kids. And I promised them that I would try to make sure it never happened to anyone again. For that reason and that reason alone, I did it in New Mexico, not Texas. And it was in 2012, not 2011. These are dated 2011. So when Detective Egan says you were arrested for threatening and harassing Mr. Perry, and she didn't know her shit, did she? Let's put that out, okay? That's on the video. I'll sign the paper. Give it to him. Give it to him. Make them explain why the fuck they gave my police report to the offender. And then let him obstruct justice and kill a cop and frame another one. Mr. Perry, you think there's going to be a phone call? That's what it's going to be about, sir. I want to know why you killed Lucky and why you framed Mike, and we're going to get him out. You want to help? You want to help us get him out so you get some mercy or not? That's the phone call. That's it right there. Leave everybody the fuck alone before you dig in your hole deeper and deeper and deeper. How many times have I said, here's your shovel, dig away? Boy, how do you do every time.